Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Luke Reacts 20, and it is episode 6 of Who the Hell Is, and in today's video is Who the Hell is Chris?
Hello.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
Yes. So obviously your YouTube channel is Chris Calling.
It is.
Yes.
Yeah.
But people may know you from Eurovoxx, which we'll talk
Mhm,
about in a little
mhm,
bit. Yeah.
mhm.
But obviously we were just talking about it, but I'd obviously want you to let everyone know. Where are you from in the UK?
So I'm from a place called Wrexham in North Wales, and I don't sound very Welsh at all
You
for
don't.
the no. So I'm quite sound quite foreign from around here, but no, it's like I say, it's just down the road from Liverpool and Manchester, so it's not too far away from all. Got good accessibility. So yeah.
Yeah. What is it like in Wrexham? It's city, isn't it?
Yeah, it just about. So a lot of people know it from like the football now, with Ryan Reynolds, who got that.
That's him.
Yeah, that's the one. And I'm not really into my football, but yeah, it was all interesting to see him come up, I suppose. Wrexham was a bit worn out before Ryan Reynolds came over and sorted the club out. It's had a bit of a facelift now.
Nice,
Um, it's
nice.
looking good. They've cleaned up the streets and stuff. So yeah, we like that. But no, it's not too bad. It's not been a bad place to grow up. And yeah, but like it's not somewhere I want to stay for the rest of my life. I'm definitely keen to move away at some point. But
Oh, yeah. If you could move anywhere,
or
what would it be?
I'll be abroad. I think Barcelona, or maybe if I was feeling adventurous, maybe Australia. But
Oh, okay, Australia.
too far from Eurovision countries, though. Do you know what I mean?
And
It would be.
yeah, the time difference, isn't it like 3 in the morning when the semis and finals on?
And don't get me wrong, I love a night out as much as the next man, but I'd probably fall asleep.
Yeah, too much. It'd be too much. Um, but like when you're not doing videos for YouTube or like Eurovoxx and all of that, like what does a day in the life of Chris look like?
Busy. So
Okay.
no, so I work full time. I doesn't sound that fun, but I sell antivirus stuff to big companies. So if like it could be hospitals, schools, if you need a quote, I can give it to you.
Okay.
So yeah, you ain't getting hacked when I'm around. But yeah, I do that. And then it kind of like a side hobby, but I've done it for years and years. I was actually a competitive gymnast
Oh,
since when I was 6 years old. So I still do that as a hobby. Competed for many years. But yeah, do quite a lot of stuff. So I'm quite, I'm surprised to have time for YouTube, to be honest with you. But I love it. I love doing it.
it's fun.
It
But
is.
right, gymnastics.
Mhm.
That Tweddle and
Yeah,
who's the good looking one? Louis Smith, is it?
yeah, yeah. They're the OGs. They're like the two gymnasts, British gymnasts that like paved the way for British gymnastics. And yeah, they're all killing it now. But yeah, yeah, I'm impressed you know that.
From Strictly and Dancing on Ice.
Got it. Got it.
I'd have the knowledge. But obviously you've said gymnastics a hobby, but like what other
Yeah.
hobbies like do you like going out with friends,
Oh,
traveling?
yeah, yeah. I like I say, I haven't had my first taste of solo travel. I think it was what year are we in? 2024.
Yeah.
End of 2022. I went to Boomtown Festival, and then I was like, right, got an extra bit of holiday. What can I do to just go and relax?
Yes.
And I thought, right, I'll book a flight to Greece, and I'll just go to Greece on my own.
Oh my
So
gosh. Okay.
I just had a beach holiday for like 4 days, and it was blessed.
What part of
Yeah,
Greece?
Crete, so like
No.
the southern island. Yeah, but have you ever been?
Years ago.
Yeah,
I can't remember what part, but pretty,
yeah, but no, I've been to Crete a few times.
oh, yeah.
I love to travel. Um, I go with my sister a lot. Me and my sister get on like a house on fire. She lives in South Wales and I'm in the north,
Oh,
so we
okay.
don't. Yeah, and she's a vet, so she doesn't have a lot of time off. So when we're together, it's just amazing. So yeah, a lot of people are like, "You go on holiday with your sibling, you're crazy," but no, we love it. And yeah, I love going out as well. I do love a night out. So
What's
yeah,
your go-to drink?
my go-to drink. Hmm. Do you know what? To start the night off, I love an espresso martini.
Oh,
I love
okay.
coffee. I mean, if I've got some money for a cocktail, that is.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So expensive.
If I've not got any money, it's the Lambrini.
It still gets you through tonight.
Exactly. Whatever gets you from 0 to 100 as fast as you can. But mojitos, love a mojito. Yeah, yeah. That's pretty much it. I'll leave it at that for now.
Do you watch any TV shows or films?
Yeah, I've loved the Traitors. Have you seen the Traitors?
Of
Yeah,
course.
course, of course. I feel like Netflix is killing it right now. Um, I've just finished Fool Me Once. But yeah, there's so many. There's like I don't watch films as much. I don't necessarily have like the desire to watch a film every night. So I need to be in the right mood for it. Like I say, I love Barbie. That was good.
That was very good.
It was good. She did well. But yeah, that's about it at the moment.
Nice, nice. But now I've got to talk about Eurovision because
Of
as you
course.
can see, I can see the Eurovision. Is it a poster behind? Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Little
Love
mem,
it.
you know.
Yeah, almost, yeah. Um, what's your first memory of Eurovision?
Okay. My first memory would have to be Helena Paparizou with My Number One in 2005.
Nice. Okay.
I was 6 years old.
Oh,
Uh, and I just remember like I had been to Greece a few times with my family growing up. And so I saw this woman on the television, like with all these dancers slaying. And I
yeah.
was like, I've been to where she's from and she's so good. And she won. So yeah, that's probably my earliest memory. Um, but being addicted ever since then and have religiously watched it every year with family. Yeah, I just love it
Mm. And like, obviously, we'll talk about this more later, but like with Eurovision, when did you get into like national finals?
this year. So
Nice.
yeah, so I've always been aware of them. Um, I can't tell you why I haven't tuned in to them before this year.
Yeah.
Um, I just think I wish I had though, because January is such a bleak time of year in the UK. Like it's just so like the weather's shy. There's just raining cold every day, and honestly, it's been the biggest boost watching these national finals so far. So yeah, this is the first year I've got into them, and I was a bit like, oh, am I going to be able to keep up with all of them? But no, genuinely, it's been okay. And with my YouTube and stuff, I feel like I've had a duty to get more involved. So
Yeah, of
yeah,
course. And as well, national finals, bring more views.
absolutely, yeah, 100%. So yeah, you see the strategy there. But yeah, no, I'm loving it so far.
I don't know what obviously music software you have, like Apple Music, Spotify, like last year, and I think YouTube Music do it too. They
Yeah,
obviously do the Wrapped or like your most
yes,
streamed
yeah,
song
on
artist.
Spotify, yeah.
What's your most who is your like top Eurovision artist?
Yeah, so this is going to be so basic, but everyone can relate. It's got to be Tattoo with Lorraine Queen.
Of course.
There was just something like I was in the arena for Liverpool last year seeing that live, and the atmosphere she created in that arena. Oh, it was just it was like otherworldly. Like it like on TV as well. It didn't feel like you were watching Eurovision. It was like a film.
Hmm.
And also everything that Loreen embodies as well as a person and just her whole
Yeah.
persona is just I love it. I absolutely love it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
No, she's great. She's great. Of course. Else. And that song, Tattoo, and what was her new and Is It Love? They've become huge in the UK. Like,
They have, yeah. Ryland's always playing them on BBC Radio 2, isn't he? I
and
love Radio 2 when he's on because he always puts in, like, he says, I'm going to play another Eurovision song because I can. I just love it. I love it. So yeah, no, it's Eurovision is getting so much bigger in the UK now, and you love to see it.
100%. And I do think we have to thank Sam Ryder for that because,
Mm,
like, I remember there's a TV show, a very big one in the UK called This Morning. If you don't know what it is, look it up. It's very iconic. And there's a lot of funny moments that's happened. But I remember Sam Ryder was on a beef, like, I think the month before he was going to Italy, and they were like asking him, oh, what if you come last? And he was just like, well, I love Eurovision and I want
yeah,
a good time. And you could see that in his performance, like he just let loose.
100%. Like, I don't get me wrong, it was an amazing performance, amazing song, but I think because the UK hasn't done well for so long, there's still something in the back of your mind being like, oh, I don't know about, like, going to be bottom again, because it's either one or the other, isn't it? I feel like that we don't get mixed results. It's either bottom or
Oh,
we smash it. So, no, pardon the pun there. But yeah, so he did amazing, and I remember those when those jury votes were coming in, and we were just getting 12, 12, 12. We were like, I was just like, what's happening? Like, but
Hmm.
yeah, no, thank you, Sam, because yeah,
And
you
like,
smashed it.
yeah. And like even May Muller, yes, we didn't get the best result, but the song's become a big hit in the
Of
UK.
course. Yeah, of course, and I'm sure we can talk all about this, but like, we get all of the songs on the radio before Eurovision, and it's interesting to me how, like, again, May Muller had some amazing performances in Liverpool, but it just shows how everything has to be on point for that grand final, and that's not the artist's fault either. It can be like the sound stuff, it can be stuff going on behind the scenes that we don't see.
So obviously a lot of Euro fans likes to say people were robbed.
Mm-hmm.
So my question is, if an artist could come back to Eurovision
Yeah.
where you think they might have placed low in the final and they deserved higher, or they didn't qualify but should have, who would
Okay.
you come back for like a redemption narrative?
Oh, I love that question. Okay, I have mine straight away, only because I like, yeah. Anyway, it's got to be Andrew Machi from with Ella in 2022. Okay, so we
That's my
should.
one.
So, were you in Italy?
Yes, yeah.
Yes. So I've watched you other previous episodes, and I saw that you've been to a few like Eurovisions already. Yeah, so inspiring because I'm hooked. My first one was Liverpool, so I'm going to be going to everyone now. Yeah, so Andrew Machi. As soon as I heard her song for the first time when they brought it out, I was like, I just fell in love, and I'm sure you're the same as me. But when I hear a song, my brain, my cogs start turning, and I'm like, okay, staging. You can see this how they would stage this, like especially me anyway. I'd be like, right, get me in there. I'm gonna tell what the stage directions, the camera angles to
Everything.
that song. Ella, like, that for me was top 5 that year. Her voice is
And
incredible.
she can sing live. Like people said she couldn't. She can.
Yes, 100%. Like, I remember leading up to Eurovision, she was in like loads of like restaurants and bars in Greece, like doing like live performances, and she killed it. So when it didn't pull through, so not even like there was just something off about the performance. I don't know whether it was the big seashell that just didn't need to be there, or whether it was just the camera angles, or whether, like, don't blame her. Of course, she would have felt some nerves as well. I think it was a combination of things. And so, as much as I wanted to qualify, it obviously didn't that year. So, saying that, I would love her to come back because I think she deserves it.
Yeah.
And I think with everything being like with the stars aligning, she could definitely be top 5 again.
As you said just before, Eurovision, Liverpool, that was your first Eurovision. What did you think of the experience?
It was a dream. I Yeah, like we said with Sam. So Sam came second, and obviously the war in Ukraine started, which was awful and just like kind of setting everything into a spiral. Even if Eurovision would happen, so then that when the talk started happening that it might go to a runner-up country, which again never has never happened for the UK.
No.
Like it so easily could not have been in the UK. So then it was announced it was in the UK. And I was like, mate, this is going to be a once in a lifetime thing. This, and then they brought the cities out, the candidate cities. I think there were like 7 or
Yeah.
maybe 8, and then they kept narrowing it down, and it was between Liverpool and Glasgow. And I was like, I just couldn't eat like Liverpool is literally a half an hour train ride from me. Like,
Oh.
especially for you, it's on your doorstep. So
Yeah.
it's like I I just thought it was just insane the way it all happened. And then yeah, when Graham Norton announced it on the one show, I lost my shit.
Oh, God, nerves, the nerves. Only because like everyone was going on about how it was Glasgow.
Yeah.
That day, actually, Ollie Murs, he like announced that he was touring and he was in Liverpool while
Yeah.
Eurovision. So me and my mum were like, oh, it's not in Liverpool. And then we just watched the one show just to, accept that it was in Glasgow. And then
Yeah. Oh my
Liverpool.
god. But yeah, everything. I know so many people share the same opinion, but there was just something special in Liverpool during the time of Eurovision, like the Eurovision Village, all of
Oh,
the art on stage in the Eurovision Village, and like just the whole community. And it was like you couldn't. I've heard like again, it was my first Eurovision going to in person, but I've heard that like some other cities in the past, you could have gone to other parts of the city, and you wouldn't have known that Eurovision was on. Whereas Liverpool, like everywhere you went, there was like some live music, like decoration, bunting, and yeah, I just loved it. I loved how much Liverpool embraced it.
yeah, and like Eurovision music was being played in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
It's even like I'd say 2, 3 weeks before Eurovision week, like when I was just in Liverpool, you'd hear like
Yeah, yeah,
Fairy Tale by Alexander Rybak
yeah.
and all
It,
stuff like that. Crazy.
I bet you were there every day.
What?
I would have
Like,
camped out in the village.
yeah, no, I was embracing it because obviously I knew like it was going to be mental Eurovision week. So I was like, I'd like to see the city before and just see what the locals are like. And then all the fans and from
Yeah.
across the world came and
Did you go to any of the shows?
yeah, I did. What did I do? Like Semi one jury, or obviously it wasn't a jury show, but the one I would be. And
Yeah.
Semi two family. What about you?
I was at Semi 2 jury, and I was at the Friday grand final jury. And
Nice.
I had two very different experiences, both incredible. Like,
Okay.
no, there's no bad stories here. So yeah, so for the semi-final 2 jury, I was with my mum and my sister, and that in itself was just a dream because I never imagined that we'd be going to Eurovision in our own country with my mum, and like it's just such like she would turn 60 this year, and
Oh,
it was so amazing just to share with her and
wow.
the sister. So everything with Liverpool that year was late, wasn't it? Because obviously with the war and everything and the late city announcement, everything was super late and super rushed, including tickets. Oh my god, the trying to get tickets is just. I'm getting too old. I'm only 25. Ticketmaster has me on the edge.
Oh no, I hate Ticketmaster.
Oh my god! But yeah, basically got to the front of a queue. It was like the first time, so I the first attempt of getting tickets was for the semi two jury, and there were only hospitality ones left. So
Mm,
I looked at mum and sister. I was like, "It's once in a lifetime. Like we would never normally spend that much on concert tickets, but Eurovision's an exception, you know."
yeah.
So
Oh,
we went for it, and then yeah, so we went all together, and we basically there was a hospitality bit which was in the Liverpool Exhibition Centre,
I
and then
was too.
You were
Yeah.
there. Oh, I love it. Yeah. But
Bougie.
yeah, of course, in the middle they have a little disco ball and stuff. Booed
So,
by Nigella.
yeah.
Mate, we were living it. I had like you could tell though the people who like had money were just enjoying it, being respectful. We were there like, oh my god,
You
just need to
food
make
comes
the
out.
most. Yeah. Oh my god. And then you haven't even talked about drinking yet. We were three sheets to the wind before going into the arena.
I know,
I,
I was a bit like, do I actually want to go to the show? Like, I just want to stay here now.
you know, when the announcer saying you've got half an hour left, start making your way. I was like, just chill here.
Yeah.
Oh my god. But yeah, I think going into that arena for the semi-final two jury, I had like a massive cup of vodka orange, and the other cup was white wine. I was smashed. But yeah, it was just incredible. And then yeah, obviously when you first walk up the steps into the arena and see that stage, it's just no pictures can do it justice, can they? When you walk in,
No.
um, and I'm such a geek for like Eurovision stages and arenas. I just look like as soon as they start announcing which cities are going to be hosting, I'm just like, it's so exciting for me. But yeah, semi final two was great, and then grand final jury on the Friday. I only managed to get a ticket on my own, and that was a general ticket, which I think was a lot of people because do you know
Yeah,
what I mean? It's so
people
difficult to
on
get.
their own
Yeah,
in the semi in the final jury as well.
yeah, yeah. So I was like, I'll be absolutely fine. Like everyone's there for the same reason, and I was sat next to this girl, and she was on her own as well. And you know, you're a bit like, oh, I could pluck up a conversation, but then what if it goes wrong? And like, all that, like,
And then
I've
you
got
sat with them then for the whole
uh,
show.
3 hours exactly. So anyway, I again had a couple of drinks, so I was like, you know what? I'm good. Liquid courage. I'll say hello.
Yes.
She is now my best friend. She's called Sarah, and she's from Belgium.
Nice.
Yeah,
Hi,
she.
Sarah.
Hey, Sarah. I hope you're doing good. Yeah, so and it's quite interesting because this kind of links onto my YouTube as well. It definitely does. So it's super interesting. We were sat next to each other. We had an amazing time, and of course, like both Belgium and the UK were performing that night. So it was just like so
Of
interesting.
course, Gustav.
Yeah.
Yes.
um, and yeah, it was amazing. And then we stayed in touch on Instagram, and she talked about the OGAE clubs, and I only joined the UK OGAE club after Liverpool, so
Yeah.
I knew it was a thing, but I didn't really know how to get there, how to sign up, and all that stuff. So she told me about the Belgian one as well, and that she's there. And we talked about how hard it was to get tickets, and she was like, "Join your club, you've got a better chance." So yeah, we stayed in touch, and she actually said, like, as a friend, she was like, "Do you know what? You've got so much about you. You've got great fashion sense." She was like, "You're really handsome. You should start YouTube or make content." And I was like, "I've never had the confidence to do anything like that." And when I was younger, I did a lot of like performing arts and stuff, and I was on stage and stuff. And slowly, as I've got older, I've got more anxious, and it's a bit
Okay.
weird, really. Um, and it got to the point in the last year where, like, I would be in a work teams meeting, and like I'd be scared to go on a Zoom, like I'd be nervous to go on a Zoom just to have a normal conversation, like just doing like we are now.
Yeah.
Um, anyway, I was like, right, I've got to get a handle of this, and I saw Sarah's message, and I was like, oh, that's a nice idea, I appreciate it, but I'm not going to make a YouTube channel. Like, it's just like, there's no point. Like, anyway, I don't know what happened, what switched in me, but I was like, one day, I'm going to do it. Just see what happens. And then again, it's not about the comments, but I was like, if everyone hates me, I can stop at any time. But um, and then yeah, that was June last year.
So you
So
newish.
I'm very new. Yeah, super new. But yeah, I honestly, it's been such kind of like a form of therapy for me doing my YouTube. Because it just distracts you from everything else you're doing, everything else going on in your life. It's a fun thing that we love, that we can just spend time on.
And like a lot of people, like friends, they don't want you to talk to them about Eurovision, like,
they could care
or
less.
yeah, or national finals, you know. I'm like, oh, this girl's in this national final who I loved years ago. And they're
Yeah. My friends are like, come out tonight. I'm like, no, I'm busy. They're like, what are you doing? I'm staying in. Like, we're watching national finals. But
like,
yeah,
sorry, just with your YouTube, do you feel like you've become less anxious now since doing
yeah,
it?
100%. It has helped me so much. And also I've been, again, not, there's haters everywhere for everybody. So everyone's got them. But most of like the feedback, I delve into my comments too much, but a
No.
lot of feedback on the videos has been really lovely to see, and it's been really encouraging, which is really nice. And again, I probably would have kept it up if it was the other way around. But um, personally, again, this is why it's great. There's so many different Eurovision reactors on YouTube. It's because you get to know a variety of different people. Something that I always like to do. I never take like an artist's like past into account. I always just, or like where they're from. I always just like to react to the song and give the artist the benefit of the doubt.
Yes.
What's going on with them or in their country. Of course, I'm against all kind of like what the stuff that is going on. But at the end of the day, the artists are just living their passion as we are. So, they deserve to be respected for that. Met any of the like people from Eurovision T. I feel like I've communicated at least once
Okay.
with, of course, like Noosh, Laura, Oz, all of
Yeah.
the amazing the Balkan guy. Yes. So many different people that yeah just seem so lovely. And also I think we'd have a damn good night out as well at Eurovision. So I would love to do that. I'd love to meet you as well because you're so close.
I know, we'll have to. We'll do something.
Let's do it.
Yes. I was gonna say, right, away from all of this, you're part of Eurovoxx, which is a YouTube Eurovision channel and also a blog site.
It is, yeah.
Involved with all of this.
Okay, so this was very near the time that I started my YouTube channel. So I was like, I fell in love at Liverpool. Well, I was already in love with Eurovision, but actually being there and living it,
It
I was
makes
like,
it more real, doesn't
it
it?
does. It really does. And again, every single person that I bumped into in that M&S Bank Arena during those shows was just lovely. Like just the toilets next to the bars, like they were like just people were just so respectful and so lovely. And it's not really like a bubble that I've like stepped into a lot in my past anyway. And it's such a nice place to be, and there's just the vibes on another level. So yeah, so again I've forgotten what the question was now. I've got the memory of a goldfish.
How did you get involved with Eurovoxx?
Eurovoxx. So yeah, so it's around the time of when I started my YouTube channel, and I wanted to get involved as much as I could after Eurovision. So I was like, right, I need to try and look at media sites and press kind of things because I love it and I would love to,
Get involved?
get in the press room one day, but
Yeah.
maybe not this year, but maybe another year. But yeah, I was like, right, I really want to contribute to something that I love and that's my passion. So I started searching ones and media sites that were kind of looking for new members. And Eurovoxx came up and I applied, and the amazing Andy, hey Andy. So I write articles for them. So again, today's super busy because we've got lives. So we'll watch the national final and then we'll go live. So you can tune in after any of the national finals. And that'll be all the way up to Malmo and Eurovision week. And yeah, we're just going to be keeping everyone posted. So yeah, I really enjoy it, and again, that's allowed me to meet so many people who share the same passion. So really enjoying it.
Yeah, and that's rare, I think, to find like so many people who have like the same passion, Like if you're a Euro fan in the community, you're obsessed. And like it's hard to find other people who are obsessed with something like you.
Absolutely. And what I love about Eurovision is that, especially if you go to Eurovision or you go to a pre-party or an event, um, it allows you to like kind of step into this world that is separate from your real life. It's
Yeah,
almost
yeah.
like you go, and whatever is happening in your life, like whatever, if you're going through stuff, it's just again, it's a healing process, Eurovision, and it's just yeah, it's an amazing place. So yeah,
It, yeah, very safe as well. It
oh,
feels
100%.
like
Yeah.
and where is it like where you can go somewhere where it's just Eurovision music being played?
I know. Oh, this is this dream, right? Like, I haven't been to many Eurovision parties, so I need to sort that out this year. And yeah,
Malmo. Um, do you go to the Euro Club in Liverpool?
no. So I didn't. So did I while Eurovision was happening, or is there one now?
No, no, no. When Eurovision week was going on,
To say if there's one now, I'll be going
you'll
tonight.
be there.
Um, no. So it was Camp and Furnace, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't get tickets. It was so annoying. But yeah, I I didn't end up going, which was sad. But I have already got tickets for the Euro Club or like some kind of spin off of the Euro Club in Malmo and Copenhagen. So yes, I'll be at like Wee Wee Jams. I'll be everywhere. So if you see me in Malmo, come say hey, because I reckon I'll be on my own for quite a bit. So yeah, just come and say hello.
Oh, say hi.
So, bye.
But if it was me, don't say hi because I'm moving. No, I live in my own world. So when people come up, I'm like, who the fuck you? No, joking, joking. Um, but hey, we're in 2024.
We are.
How do you think this Eurovision season is shaping up to be? Like with the
Mhm.
announced entries so far, do you think it's strong or?
Yeah, so it's still very early days, isn't it? I think a lot is going to be uncovered tonight. We have three, four very strong, like historically strong countries all announcing their artists. At the moment, to me anyway, this is how I see Eurovision. But um, you have some people say, "Oh, that was a rubbish year," or "That was a good year." To me, I find that the playlist of whatever year it is, like whatever songs are in that year, they represent that year. So, like last year, you had like Loreen, Noah Carell, May Muller. They will always be a part of 2023 Liverpool. I know it's like it goes without saying. So, I just think every year is so special in its own way. So yeah, I'm really loving the way things are shaping up at the moment. We've got some incredible ballads. We've got like France and Slovenia. Like love the vibe they're giving off, but also our returning Luxembourg as well. Tali is. I love that song fighter so much.
Last question, which isn't
Mhm.
from me, it was from my previous guest, which was
Okay,
Gabe from ASC United.
lovely. Yeah.
I think this is a really interesting question. Who do you think is going to be the most improved country in the next 3 years, but you're not allowed to say a Scandinavian country apart from Denmark?
Oh wow. Okay. Wow. What question? Such a good question, by the way. Um, the most improved country. Hmm. I'm trying to think of countries that haven't won before.
And like they're like on a good path where the next 3 years they could win.
I'm gonna go with Lithuania.
That's a good one.
Came from, but yeah. So again, there's a few like Estonia, Lithuania. They've sent like some real like original kind of entries in the last few years, but like that are all of like really high quality. So I would love them to keep going up those rankings. Again, we had Alika with Estonia that came eighth last year, I think. So
They did
um,
really well.
Yeah. So yeah, that would be a country that I would love to see be in the top few spots of the Eurovision scoreboard for sure.
So now, what's your question for my next guest?
Ooh, I need to think of something as good as that. Oh my gosh.
It could be funny. It could be like, Eurovision related. Eurovision related, but it doesn't have to
Yeah,
be serious.
of course. Yeah. Um. hmm. Okay. If you could dance to one Eurovision song at your wedding,
Ooh,
so like your first dance. So if this was going to be, if you had to pick a Eurovision song for your first dance at your wedding, uh, what would it be and why?
that's a really good question.
Where that came from?
What would yours be?
Oh, what would it be? Slow mo, no.
Yes.
It would have to be something quite sentimental, I think. Um, I'm gonna go with something funny like Anna Vissi. Everything I have, everything you do, everything I feel, everything on you. We'll go with that.
Okay, that's a perfect one.
hmm How about you?
Right, I'm gonna be in this year. We're in 2024.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm gonna sort of like not answer the question. No, I am answering the question, but like it's not an official Eurovision entry yet.
hmm
So it's in the Icelandic
Yeah.
pre-selection.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I would go with Into the Atmosphere by Ziga Osk.
Oh, super current.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be a moment, and you never know,
It's
it might win.
really atmospheric, then cute, and it goes into like
Yeah, would love that. Yeah, 100%. That those are the best like first dances, the ones that start off slow and they just turn into a bop.
like where the guests are just like watching, thinking, oh, it's gonna be
Yeah,
good, but then you can like drop off into like a full
great.
breakdown. Yes, but well, Chris, thank you so much for joining as my
this is
guest.
on. This has been such a lovely experience. Like this has been the most lovely interaction that I've had on YouTube so far. So thank you so much, Luke,
Would
for
you
having
give
me on.
me 5 stars on TripAdvisor?
I'll give you 10, honey.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me on. You are amazing. You are that like what you're doing in this little project that you've got ongoing right now is amazing, and it's a great way for you to meet all of the YouTube community and everyone else to get to know each other as well. So you're doing God's work. So thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. But where can we find you on Instagram and YouTube?
Yeah, of course. So you can find me on Instagram. I am Chris underscore calling official. And on TikTok, I am Chris.calling.
Nice.
And yeah, I'm on YouTube as well. So yeah, subscribe, like, comment, and yeah, come along for the ride because it's getting super exciting now.
Very excited. But yeah, well, thank you for watching and make sure you tune in for my next video. Bye.
Bye.